you? Happy Labor Day weekend. I can't believe we arrived to Labor Day. What happened to summer? I can't believe it. So welcome, welcome, and I would like to welcome all my brand new subscribers. Yay! I'm so happy that you guys are here. I'm so happy that you are interacted and you really liked the socio-psychological analysis of these people who are committing not only crimes but so many horrible things in the world, right? We discussed so many things that have impacted the socio-psychological side of everything that is happening, not only in one individual's lives but also we talked about variety of people, and we talked a lot about the behavior and the psychology and how these contribute into people's lives and also and the society as a whole, right? And also I mentioned there that our Sunday lives, which I'm doing for years, it's all about our individual empowerment, correct? And we in the weekdays we analyze certain people and events that are happening, but on Sundays, and also do some educational videos, but on the Sunday lives we do focus on ourselves. Why do I do this every Sunday live on the morning, right? It's because we have to, as individuals, be empowered and live by the principles of truth, honesty, and integrity, so that we can be strong, independent, and powerful individuals, successful individuals, so that we do not follow other people, so that we can be truly live the life we want to live and also be successful in it, rather than following the mainstream, following what gurus are telling you to do, what the media is telling you to think, right? And even with these analysis videos, it is mind-blowing how people are just, because of the mainstream, are just following on one thing. The different point of view is hard to really comprehend, because that's what I'm trying to tell you and explain to you, that socio-psychology is really so important in when these people are, or the YouTubers or the TikTokers, what have you, bringing this information out, and also these so-called independent media, right? Everybody share their own opinion, but they don't understand when they are increasing their numbers of subscribers, then it becomes a mainstream too. And that's just so dangerous. That's so dangerous. And so you can easily tell that independence of media, independence of thoughts or analysis turn in a or gurus, right? Fake gurus. We talked about that on Friday. So that turns into a full-blown monetary resource that's gonna really affect how the analysis being done, the language are changing, and everything, how the people and are affecting, manipulating the people, the audience. And that's exactly what I am teaching, to not fall into these psychological traps. It doesn't matter if it's a fake guru, it doesn't matter if it's an independent media. It is when money is involved, then everything changed. The game changes, and that's what we are focusing on Sunday lives every week, so that we can be empowered and have self-independence, self-empowerment, self-leadership, and psychologically strong, mentally, physically, emotionally strong, so that we do not fall into these traps of the mainstream. We keep even that is mainstream, right? The mainstream media, mainstream everything online. Everything is mainstream this day and age, okay? And that's what we want to stay away from. We have to be independent, independent thinkers, independently growing self-individuals with independent leadership, leading by the truth, honesty, and integrity. And that's the topic of Sunday Live. So welcome, welcome. Okay. Also, as I mentioned in my Fridays, in my Friday Live, I said that on my Etsy shop, I have the truth, honesty, integrity t-shirt and much more: independence, freedom, justice, and all these empowering t-shirts and mugs. Also here on my YouTube and my merchandise you can see. And I have been actually asked if I can print the ones on the front and the back. I also already designed that, also is now up, available on my Etsy store. I realized when I looked into my Etsy store yesterday, I apparently didn't do the price increase when Etsy increased their prices, so I still kept it as a low pricing. So please, by the end of so that's why I decided I will not do any discounts. It's already low price. I was really shocked about how I thought I changed it, but apparently I didn't change that. So keep it until Monday night, and then I will increase the prices so to the level that it was original. Okay, because everything, all the prices have changed dramatically, and even also everything that is all the supplies and what have you, and so I have to adjust it based on that, but apparently I didn't. So please take advantage of that. Go to my Etsy store, my inner royalty at etsy.com, and also go to, for all my workbooks and ebooks, there are all on my Ko-fi store, ko-fi.com/Dr. Ayguen Sahin/shop. And of course, go to my website for my courses, Justice, Get Your Justice Back, Get Your Abundance Back. These, and I have also other courses. How can you be empowered? How can you be your own leader? What strategies and tactics? And this is all what it is, right? We do here practical, applied socio-psychology, applied psychology, applied neuroscience, applied behavioral sciences, applied health, right? Mental health, physical health, emotional health. It's all applied practical guidance right here. No stuff that the gurus are promising you. Actual practical information. I have a lot of courses on my website, drayguensahin.com/courses. And if you want to read a lot of comprehensive articles that I wrote, and also analysis of the current events, what's going on in the politics and in the healthcare and everything that they're trying to change, and also deep dive about technology, etc. It's on my blog, draygenshahin.com/blog. Yay. So having said all of that, what we are doing on the Sunday Lives are about analyzing and giving guidance about the weekly weekly guidance on the areas of all areas of our lives, right? Work, career and finances, love life, health and well-being, home and family, and overall, so that we can be empowered and have achieved success in these areas, right? And what I do is I have my wisdom cards that I created based on my own life, my own words, right? And we are using those so that I can give you as a guidance of what to do to be successful and what can we expect. Okay, so having said all of that, let's get started. And where is my pen? Oh, everything is blocked here. Excusez-moi. Oops. So, yep. So work, career and finances. we have, yep, again, the number sevens, right? I'm intuitive, and I'm intuitive. I am intuitive in our work, career, and finances. And what this is about is number 7. No one but myself can determine what is good for me. I have power over my own life. Again, this is from my own life, my own words that I said to myself to keep going, to be successful, and pushing through hardship, or pushing through really when you are in the moments when you are down. And these words always that I said to myself helped me to go through. So I put them into cards. You can get them also on my Etsy store and my coffee store, okay? So no one but myself can determine what is good for me. Do you see the empowerment? That's it. This is empowerment. This is exactly what we need to understand, that no one else but I, myself, is the key person in life. I can determine what is good for me, what is not good for me, how to live my life, right? It doesn't matter if your family says that, your husband, your wife, whatever. I keep saying it. We only have one life to live. One life to live. Like, there is no other life. That next life bullshit is bullshit, okay? We only have this earth, this planet, and this timeline that we can also determine by our lifestyle, by our mental, physical, and emotional health. Because if our mental, I mean, we see this in all these crime videos, right? Or crime events, right? How people's psychology is so messed up, just so messed up, that they are actually literally affects their lifespan in terms of physical health, but also lifespan if they are going to get in jail. That's, the life is over. And that's what we need to understand, to avoid, so that we can be living the life that we are supposed to living for us, for ourselves, right? Not to please other people, not to keep being the people pleaser, keep being the person who is liked by everybody, applauded by everybody, just to get these praises. That's also psychologically not, healthy. It's also, that shows that, why do you need that, right? Why do you need the constant praise? Why do you need the people applauding you? Why do you need people's approval? Screw that. I'm a full-blown Scorpio, okay? I absolutely, my entire life, I couldn't care less about people. What people think about me, blah, 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 blah. If I would have think of what other people thinking about me, I would never be achieving anything that I have achieved so far. I said so far because there's so much more to achieve. But the thing is also, I am so proud to say I have achieved my dreams, my childhood dreams. I did achieve them on this lifetime. I don't need another lifetime. On this lifetime, I achieved many of my childhood dreams. Ivy Leagues, like the university that I studied, I always wanted to be there. I actually passed the national exam to get to that. That university was a Harvard equivalent. And so I was always in Ivy Leagues. I got into Harvard. I was a faculty at Harvard. And my childhood dreams of being in the United Nations, I am, the organization that I founded, cancer organization. We are a United Nations award winner, and I go to the United Nations. Get invited to speak at the United Nations. I mean, what? I mean, right? If people would told me, I mean, if I would have listened to the people who said, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this, you can't do that, you won't be doing this, you won't be able to, screw all of that. I know, and that's exactly what this is. I know. How do you know, right? How do you know that I can't achieve this? How do you know I will not be able to do this? How do you know? Who the heck are you, right? So, again, these people can be anybody. It doesn't matter. What matters is you exactly know who you are, where you're going, where you want to go, and you're going. That's it. I have the power over my own life. That's exactly what it is. You will say and show yourself. You don't even have to show this to other people. You show to yourself, I have the power of my own life. I know exactly where I want to go. I know exactly what I want to do, and that's what I'm going to do it. Full stop. And that, my friend, will bring us success this week in terms of work, career, and finances. And literally, what I see further is that mindset would bring exactly the success we need, finally we're looking for, finally we want to achieve for so long, just because we followed our own power, we followed our own brain, our own mind. Literally, I said in the beginning, mainstream, right? This is exact. I mean, I love my Sunday lives. Everything that, if you follow me for some time, you know, every single thing comes out of my mouth is literally, it's just happened 2 seconds later. I mean, this is exactly what I'm talking about, right? Not following the mainstream. And the mainstream can also be not the mainstream, but your internal life's mainstream, like your family, friends, husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, neighbors, whatever. Everybody can be mainstream. Like the people around you are also mainstream. And that's where the socio-psychology comes from, okay? Like the larger impact can also be starting in here. That's why the way it's been described as it has to be large scale, like the mainstream. Your surrounding mainstream is also a mainstream. That's why we need individual empowerment. Good. Okay, now let's walk towards our love life, because it's so important to analyze the love life too. Why? Because the more we are happy within ourselves also affects all areas of our lives, right? And of course, love is one part of it. It is a part of our health, mental health, physical, emotional health, because we need love. All we need is love. And that's not the woo-woo stuff to say or hippie style to say, but actually I mentioned my Friday video live stream that a lot of these crimes are happening because people are just not being loved. They don't feel love, they don't feel the love, and they don't receive the love, whether it is within their family, their parents, or within their love life, okay? And of course, I'm not talking about actually psychiatric situations. Those are completely different stuff. But if we just talk about just because of lack of things in life we experience from our childhood, then it affects so many areas. And that's why I particularly focus on the area of love as well, because it's important. So, and here I have my rune card here. And this is so important because, as you know, when the rune cards come out, it is absolutely powerful. So this week, the love life, remember, for the last 2 weeks, I said there's not much going on in the love area. I feel the love is starting to happening. I feel that. And let me see what's happening. It's like Turisas. Gateway conflict protection. Gateway protection conflict. Turisas. Let's see what this is about. And this is, I have someone in my life. I have someone I trust in my life. Look at this. Didn't I just say it? Didn't I just say it? I just said that without even knowing the card. I just said that I feel this, the week, this starting from this week, the love life is starting to brew, okay? It's starting to be active. I have someone I trust in my life. We support each other in good times and challenging times. Didn't this came out last week or sometime? I don't know. This card came out for maybe somebody. I don't know. But this is literally and because of this gateway protection conflict, I feel like this rather feels to me that this is like a out of nowhere type of experience. Out of nowhere that, and we have here also bold. So something is happening this week about the love life, will be activated this week. And it says with also joyful letter, meaning out of nowhere, either someone will confess the love also, or we will run. I really feel like this is somebody we know. Somebody we know will confess the lie, confess their feelings and say, and that person is somebody who we trust, somebody more likely like a friend or so, that we had a friendly relationship with, or we thought this person is my friend. Really, like a friend can turn into a love relationship, but out of nowhere. It is literally out of nowhere. But I have someone I trust in my life. We support each other in good times and challenging times. Maybe also because we have gateway protection conflict, if something happens this week, most likely then when we turn into a friend, or friend is there with us, right, helping us through it, that can also turn into a love relationship. This category is not about, friendship love, or like just love in general, like in general love sense, but actually a love relationship category. And that's why I say this can turn into a love relationship, but either two ways. Either out of nowhere a friend can explain their feelings, or through a challenging situation that a friend will help, and then that can turn into a love relationship. Okay, so that's that. Hi everybody, how are you? So now health and well-being. Okay, in health and well-being, if you have noticed for the last 2 weeks, the health and well-being was skyrocketing, like full-blown, extremely highlighted health and well-being, right? And also two times, like 2 weeks in a row, the justice, the truth, honesty, and integrity theme was with the health and well-being category. And that was important. So again, we have Fehu. Guys, I cannot make this stuff up. Wealth, abundance, prosperity. Fehu is one of my favorite runes because it's actually like this abundance, the wealth. Yeah, because Jupiter is in Cancer, right? We just don't talk about this often, but here, whatever. If you're interested in that, let me know. But the health and well-being, it's our inner self is health and well-being, right? Our inner self, that's exactly what this video is all about, correct? Because the mental, physical, emotional health is the key of empowerment. Without mental, physical, emotional health, it doesn't, nothing matters. Even if your friend, let's say you a close friend, you feel like as a dear friend, confesses the love to you, and you're just really looking for love, and this person is such a trustworthy person, finally tells you that the person loves you. But if you are so sick, let's say you have brain fog, you feel tired, you feel depressed, you don't want to get off of your couch, you feel zero energy to go out, you have anxiety, social anxiety, or you have migraine, you're blown up, your intestines are blown up. I mean, there, if you feel, or you feel not mentally there, or you feel like, screw everybody, I'm not gonna go, and this person will screw me also anyway, blah blah blah, mentally not there. If you experience any of this, right, then it doesn't matter if success, I mean, how can you achieve success in your work and finances? How can you achieve actual love relationship? Everything goes through mental, physical, and emotional health. That's all we got. Never forget that. That's all we got in life, our health, nothing else. We only got our health, and that's the most critical part. And that leads to success in all areas of our life. Never forget that. And we have 3 times now in a row, 3 weeks in a row, where we, hopefully through my videos, you feel the health, your mental, physical, emotional health so much that it affects all areas of our life. I can totally say this for myself. Hi, thank you for the like, I appreciate it. So now, and that comes with number 14, right? My number, and this number non-stop comes out. And this is, listen guys, I cannot make this stuff up. How many times this came out in the health and well-being category non-stop for, this is the 3rd week in a row. I cannot make this stuff up. 3rd week in a row. Like, how can you even make this up? The exact same message, and that is, I am always honest and fair when I climb the ladder step by step to achieve my goals and dreams. How many times? This is the 3rd week in a row this comes out. This card comes out in the health and well-being category. I just said about living by truth, honesty, and integrity in our lives, and that's the whole purpose of my entire channel, to lead people into living by these principles of truth, honesty, and integrity, so that we can be individually be empowered and strong, and that's how we can be achieving the, not only in our smaller location, family, friends, and our surroundings, but also large scale of strong individuals and a betterment of this world of humanity as well. That starts literally with our mental, physical, and emotional health, so that we can achieve all of these successes in all areas of our lives. If we are not strong, we can be straight into mainstream, not being able to think independently, not living independently, not living in freedom, that we are constrained in all areas of our lives, mental, physically, and emotionally constrained. And that, my friend, is not what we want, and that, my friend, is what I try to achieve here, so that we can be individual. And again, if we have 3rd week in a row. These principles of living by honesty, truth, and integrity, and I cannot make this stuff up. Literally yesterday I got an email from someone on my Etsy store saying the truth, honesty, and integrity t-shirt, if I can print it on the back side. So I said, of course, I designed that for you. So I changed and then put the design, truth, honesty, integrity, on the back side of the t-shirt. So literally, hopefully here you hear me, Jacqueline. This is the t-shirts waiting for you. So I hope you will find joy in that, because the truth, honesty, integrity, one more time, came out in the category of mental, physical, emotional health. And that's literally straight into our self-independence, self-development, self-leadership, and self-growth. I cannot make this stuff up. And literally, this is our guidance for the health well-being category. So now, let's move to family, right? Home and family. And this home and family, it can be literally our family, can be literally our home life. What is happening? It can be literally in our home life, or where we live, how we live, who we live with, but our inner home as well. And that is, we have 74. I'm charitable together with 43. I open myself to the colorful, diverse planet. I drink from and breathe in the richness of life. Do you see this? Like, do you see what's happening here? The more we are independent, we feel it in our core, our independence, our independent thinking, our critical thinking, our independently living our life as we want it. Remember this on the work category, that it says, no one but myself can determine what is good for me. I have the power over my own life. This is so empowering. This is just so empowering. Knowing, right? I'm intuitive. Knowing that what is good for me, I will do what is good for me. And then I live by the principles of honesty, truth, and integrity. And then we don't even have to say, screw you all, this is how I live. If you really, as I said in the very beginning of the video, we don't even have to show the people, like, from now on, all what I say will happen. I mean, we don't have to prove to anybody anything. If you really live by the your truth, honesty, integrity, if you really feel like that's what I want, that's how I go after, and that's what my life will be, and so be it, then I swear, like, you don't even need to tell other people, from now on, I will live my own life. No, you just do, right? You don't talk. You do. And I mean, if you know me for now, by now, everyone who knows me know that I'm a doer, not a talker, and I hate talkers. Just do, action, do, show it to me, do it. Talk. Everyone can talk. Talk, right? YouTubers, talk. The spiritual gurus, right? The fake spiritual gurus. Do you even do what you just say to people, to mainstream? We should do this, we should do that. Do you do it yourself? And that's what I keep saying for years on my channel. I never, ever, anything that comes out of my mouth is never anything that I haven't done in my life. Haven't tested, proved it. Every video I do is tested prior through myself, through my own life. Everything that I say. So that why? Because then nobody can come to me ever and say, you just make this shit up, or it doesn't even make any sense, so I don't believe you. Fine. I am the proof. Do you want proof? I am the proof. How? Because I'm a scientist. I test things before I do or speak or show, because that's the responsible things to do. If you come on YouTube, on TikTok, on whatever the heck, if you cannot live by the principles that you try to present to the public, then screw that. And that's the fake everything. Fake media, fake news, fake spiritual gurus, fake, we talked about fake lawyers now, right? Apparently there are fake lawyers, fake everything is fake. I swear to God, I will do during the week a video that I want to analyze with you, and that is from, I believe he's an former FBI agent, or I'm not sure. I love this guy. Just discovered him this past week or so. Oh my God, he said something. I watched something that he said yesterday, and he said, we actually live in like a Truman Show. Everything is fake. Everything is fake. So, and when you get out and want to be authentic, right? To live by yourself and like, screw everybody. I want to live through my own, right? Independently, without the mainstream. Oh my God, I cannot believe the entire video we talk about mainstream. Go back and watch the beginning. And then what happens? Like in a Truman Show, if you watch that movie, please watch it. Oh my God, it's so important. So in the Truman Show, when you try, and I can write a second PhD on that. If you try to be the outsider, the outliner, and refuse to follow the mainstream, refuse to follow the same mentality, refuse to follow the same without critical thinking, like I teach critical thinking because I'm a scientist. We must critically think. Even Einstein said that. If you don't believe me, if you are such this high-level shot people that you believe in those, go and read Einstein. I mean, I don't know what to say. Even Einstein has a quote for that. And so if we are just getting out of this mainstream, what will happen? People attack you, people throw names at you, people say you can't do that, come back, like in the Truman Show, like you can't do that, come back, you have to be in the bubble, come back, you have to be in a bubble. They try everything they can to bring him back into the bubble. And when you refuse that, that's how the governments have power over people. That's why the politicians have power over people. That's why the religions have power over people. That's why the fake spiritual gurus, the tarot reader, the astrologers, the fake cultists, spiritual leaders, they all have power over people for centuries. And it's mind-blowing to me that this is still ongoing in form of new age pop astrology, new age pop tarot reading, and pop cultists, pop religions, made up stuff, YouTubers in terms of under the name of free speech, under the name of free media, under the name of not independent media. It's all mainstream when money is involved. Full-blown stop. When money is involved, they turn into freedom of speech, freedom of news, free independent news, into how can I manipulate to make more? Subscribe, hit the like, put a heart emoji in the comment section. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? Yeah, it's not about who cares, because why? They don't even reply back to you, right? I read all the comments, so please write it to me. No, you don't. You don't. Stop lying. And I hate when people cannot see through this. And that's exactly when you start to live your true self. And again, I am the living example of it. I do not follow anyone. I haven't in my entire life. And that's why I'm the scapegoat. I'm an outlier. I am like the thing. But guess what? I achieved what I want to achieve. I achieved my childhood dreams, which I mentioned just in the beginning, right, of the video. Go back and watch it. I am now in the position where people may, and I'm nonstop under jealousy attack, nonstop under a narcissistic attack, nonstop under vicious attack by people around me who cannot and copying me on YouTube, copying my videos, copying my style, copying my hair. Like, you cannot make this stuff up. Copying my hairstyle, copying my earrings. Like, you cannot make this shit up. And these people are these gurus, okay? When you keep copying other people, but they, on a very twisted brain, twisted way, they respect me. They hate me, but they respect me. Like, I can talk about my former bosses, whatever. They're like, we have to block this person's power because this person is so powerful. I have been told this a million times. You're so powerful, like this power. I mean, I just work. I don't care. I mean, I just do my job. Like, I do great work. I am not there like, how can I be so powerful to smash everybody and get what I want? I don't even think like that. I just do. That's what I'm saying. I'm a doer, not talk. I don't need to manipulate people. I just do. Meaning, do what I live by, what I want to achieve, and I work. I work hard. No one ever can tell me you haven't worked to achieve these things. I work my behind off. I am right here. At Sunday, Labor Day, holiday, everyone is probably on the beach, but I'm here doing educational videos live every single week without missing one single live stream. So no one can just, like, people sit in their behinds and and then get jealous of other people. Do you know how hard it is in this day and age, not this day and age, my entire life, like in this world, to live by the principles of truth, honesty, integrity? That's why I created my course on my website of the Get Your Justice Back. That's why, that's my 3-step blueprint. That's my life's blueprint to get justice, not only on earth, but from the heavens too, because I lived my entire life in the principle of truth, honesty, integrity. When people push you to lie, when people push you to do not the right thing, when people push you to smash people to climb the ladder, never ever one single person could say that to me. And that's, my friend, my signature on this earth. I don't care if I achieve this and that and that and that. When I pass from this earth, I can say I always, despite of all of you, all of the time, I live by the principles of honesty, truth, and integrity. And that's how you get the protection. When people, this fake gurus, you have to dream and imagine a white, I don't know, white wall, and that will protect you. Or sage your room, blah, blah, blah. And you come on YouTube, fake the crap out of people, lie to people on their face. They lie that they're pregnant. guess what? I caught them, and nobody, that's what I'm saying, people are just so blind. Nobody called them out. They do fake pregnancy videos and they say, I am pregnant, when they are not. And they are showing their picture with a gigantic belly. The next week, they have nothing. You can't make this shit up. And these are these fake spiritual gurus. And most of them are in jail, right? So, and that's what I'm saying, when we have to be so conscious of calling these people out and say, you are a goddamn liar. I'm not going to support you. I'm not going to watch you. I will not buy your products. I am not going to make any cent, promote by clicking on your video or by clicking on your television channel or whatever the heck, right? Or go to your store or buy it online, whatever. Because if we do small actions and if you live by that, then magic happens. Not because somehow that the universe gives you something. That's not how it works. Lie the heck out of your entire life and then expect, oh, let's do hope and prayers and let's create the magic and let's sage the room and imagine a white wall and then magic happens. No, it doesn't. That doesn't work like that. And when you say to me, oh, you're such an outlier, like whatever you say is just like so on top. No. Because my dad is exactly like me. He is maybe 10 times than me. I even say, how can you be like this? Like, you're like, if some people say, oh, you're such an earth angel, whatever, my dad is the ultimate earth angel. Like, I mean, even I am in awe of my dad, because my dad has zero hatred or dislove to anyone on this earth. Anyone. And he treats every single being, yeah, with love, with dignity, with honor. I mean, I'm not saying that I don't do that, but he is just like, sometimes I get so angry. I'm like, these people, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I mean, he just can't be even angry to anybody. He's not angry to anybody. I mean, that's what I'm saying. And when I do the new channel of the neurohypersensitivity, which I mentioned on Friday, that I myself, my dad and my grandma, we are neurohypersensitive people. So we will talk more about that on my new channel, okay? So, and my dad and we experienced the identical pressure, identical suppression by people who is just not understanding us. And despite the fact that all of the pressure, we still live with our honesty, truth, and integrity. And in fact, also, myself and my dad and my grandma, we were all freedom freaks. Are and were always freedom freaks. Independent freedom. No one can restrict us. We are just freaking out for that. My grandma, when she got older, but she mentally, she was just still bright like crazy. She almost died when 100 years old. She was so still, like her brain was there, but she had like knee problems, so she couldn't walk. And her independence meant the world to her. And when she got restricted, physically, that's why I keep talking about mentally, physically, emotionally. If all three is not there, it doesn't matter. She was mentally there, but she was physically restricted, so that affected her to, like, she was really felt that was the killer for her, because she couldn't walk, she couldn't go outside and do things she loved to do, like walking, etc. So she was always on the balcony, even in the deep winter, because she needed the freedom, the open air, the openness. And my dad is the same, I am the same. That's why I go always on long walks outside nature every day, because I need this, I need the space, right? So that's why I keep focusing on mental, physical, and emotional health. That's why I created the Scientist Total Health Transformation Protocol. It's on my website, that program, because we need to have all three in balance. Because once it's in off balance, everything is off balance. So I hope this was a whole video on itself, but I hope I was able to explain why living in truth, honesty, integrity is so important in life, because we don't want to live in a Truman show, okay? Because we are in a Truman show, but we have, and I'm just telling you, it's safe, still safe and okay to be yourself, despite the fact that we are in this Truman show. Yes, it's hard, but what I'm saying is, that's why I'm doing these videos. How can you be so strong despite the pressure, despite people pushing you to lie, despite the fact that people push you to manipulate, to make more money and more money? I can say, I can lie the crap out of you and then make money on YouTube, but so then what? When I die, I want to say I always have lived with truth, honesty, integrity. So for me, that's no point. That's much more valuable, so that I can. Why do I win? I mentioned this on Friday. Why do I win all the law cases? I won them all of them, all. Why? I know, because not only that I know the law, I know I'm smart, I can read, it's not rocket science, but also, if you do everything right, you don't have to worry about nothing. And if you keep the documentation necessary, whatever, I talked about this a lot. So there's nothing you worry about. The liar should worry about, not you. And that's my teaching on Sunday Lives, and I hope more people will join, instead of just like crime analysis, whatever the heck videos, why do you watch it, right? So here, it is important that you don't watch, and that's also the point that I made on Friday. Why do you watch crime analysis videos like taking popcorn? Right? Yeah, this happened to this, murdered this person, whatever the heck. Like, what's wrong with you? Right? How can you be pleasured about getting a popcorn? Right? How? You can't. And so that's the socio-psychology and social behavioral analysis of this people as well. That's not living by the principles of societal good. You have to be very much so be understanding and an awareness of how you proceed in life, how to move forward in life with strength, okay? So when we are in the category, coming back to home, right? When we are living with this colorful, as I said, open myself into colorful, diverse planet, and drink from and breathe from richness of life. So for the whole category of home and family, if you really believe that, another place that would fit so much more to your newly understanding, hopefully after this video, would you say, you know what, this environment is not good for me anymore, and that is now a great time to be increasing, also like that's also change where you live, how you live, and who you live with, but also be open to new people coming into your life that you see as a family, right? So hopefully now maybe you can see me as part of your family, and that is just really nice way to think of other people, not necessarily from your actual bloodline, but people that come and be open-minded. That's the exactly what it is, charitable and the open to the colorful, diverse planet I drink from and breathe in the richness of life. So new people that will come into our lives, you should be open to the new people that we never thought in a million years we would be friends or see them as my family. So we will be able to open, the guidance is to be open to the brand new people that brings value to you, and you bring value to them. And that is, you create your home, your inner home, that is safe, that is beautiful, that's loving, because we do have love, success in love. So the more we are open to this the people that we never in a million years thought could be so great, that could feel like a family, because now you can step outside, right? Now you can step, hopefully after this video, to step into like who you really are. I want you to get your journal, write my inner royalty journal on Amazon, take it, get it, and then write it down, like, what do I really want in life? Who do I want? How do I want to live my life? How? If you were like all alone in this world, right? Not alone, but you know what I mean. Like, if you really would want to just, if you had no obstacles, how would you want to be living your life? I want you to write that down, because I promise you, there is absolutely nothing that would stop you to live like that. I can say it from myself. I have been told a million times, you can't achieve this, you can't do that, and you never will do this, you will never be able to do that. Every one of them I achieved. Every one of them I achieved. I don't listen to that crap, because I know myself, and I hope after this video you will know who you are. Write it down. What is the life that I truly want to live? What do I want to achieve? Who do I want to, where do I want to live? Who do I want to live with? What kind of relationship do I want? What kind of job? What kind of prosperity level I want? I mean, do I want to retire somewhere? Do you want to do that? Do you want to change a country? Whatever it is. So I have a beautiful subscriber, and she keeps saying me, she's a former a veteran, and she said that she wants to move to Africa. Africa or Asia? No, Africa, of course, Africa. So that's what she said. She keeps saying, I want to move to Africa, I want to move to Africa, but everyone was saying to her, no, don't go, you can't, no. But she's like, I want to, you know? And write it down, like, what do you want? And there's nothing who can hold you back. So now, having said it, this was such a nice video. Oh my god, I love this so much. There will be so many nice videos coming out of this one. So now the overall for the week, okay? So let's see. Yeah, oh my god, I can't make this stuff up. I love my Sunday life so much. Oh my guys, I love my Sunday lives. Dun, 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 dun. I am wise. I am wise. Oh, I don't know what to say. I I just don't know what to say. Like, you can't make this stuff up. I am wise. And the archetype we should embody to be successful this week is the teacher, Confucius. Guys, I'm telling you, look at this, the wisdom, right? In the very beginning, the card started with I'm intuitive, and it ends with I am wise. You see? And no wonder why I went off the tangent, like, to talk all about this stuff. This is the so far the most I don't even say the preaching speech. I will definitely cut this and make a new video just for that. It was so good. It was so good. I loved it. So wisdom. We are wise this week. Why? Because I do hope that you will follow what I said and take into consideration every single thing I said in this video. And it comes with, again, listen, what about the number 7s this week? Again, it's about people. It's about other, like last week, like the week before. It's about one-on-one relationships. How do you act within the relationships? Are you following the mainstream, or are you individual yourself? And it says, I know that being productive means not working more and harder, but working efficiently. This week, we know what's good for us. We know what is the meaning of everything. And if we actually write it down, what do you want? What do we say? What do you want to achieve? What are the structure? You will see that this will come into the structure so that you can step by step achieve it. And that's the practical step. Oh my God, look how this size fits. Oh my God, I love it. So how, right, practically will fit into the plan. Make a plan, structure by structure, go about it, because we need to be able to do it working efficiently, not all over the place. I want to do this. Yeah, but the point here is, how can we achieve it, right? That's the whole point. So then, yeah, we will definitely achieve what we want to achieve, but have to be really meticulously writing it down and actually do it. So I will give you finally our gratitude, because I have lots of videos on my channel about the science behind of gratitude, and I can write another second PhD and a third PhD on this, right? Or like a second PhD, because gratitude is what I live by every minute, second of it in my life. Because without gratitude, we have nothing. I literally talked about this this morning with my dad. I mean, I was just joking that, you know, it was something about the past, or reminiscing about the past. And then my dad said, yeah, but people don't understand, because when people reminiscing about the past, in the past, that thing was bad and they hated it. I was like, oh my God, exactly. So when we, in that past, the passing was like horrible. Do you see how wise my dad is? I mean, I love talking with my dad. We talk a lot about wisdom stuff with my dad, but like in the past, those stuff were horrible. But when the time passes, we are like, oh, because the time still is so bad, we think back and say, oh my God, that times, you know, oh my God, those times, I wish I was back in those times. And you're like, you hated that thing, or you said this was horrible. So do you see how this in negative cycles continues? Every time time is passing, somehow we are reminiscing to the past, and in that past, that thing was horrible too. Then so when are we going to be happy? If we live by this structure, we will never be happy, because it's always the past is so good, the current is horrible, and whatever the heck. And then you're like, then that's what these fake tarot readers and astrologers use to make you constantly hope for the future. There's not this life, the new lifetime, another life, when you reborn, right? Another lifetime, not this earth, but the next earth, the next, not this lifetime, the next. Don't worry if you cannot achieve it this lifetime, because there will be another lifetime. Screw that. It's just non-stop in this waiting loop, and I made videos about this on my channel recently. It's this non-stop waiting and waiting and waiting, and this is a trap. This is a full-blown trap that these tarot readers, astrologers, and fake gurus, fake spiritual gurus want you to believe in. Don't worry, the future, right? This is how they make money, to keep you in the loop of future, future, future. The horrible past, but the future is great. Horrible childhood, but your future, oh, if you haven't achieved it this lifetime, next life you will be reborn. Screw all of that. That's money-making BS. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. I want you to understand that. It's fake spirituality is a multi-billion-dollar industry. And so that's why the gratitude has to be there. I have, and these, I hope I can publish them to this weekend or whatever. I have my 44 cards of my gratitude from my own life, my own words. You will see it in a second. We got 2 for this week. You will see, because if we cannot be grateful of everything we have this today, how can we achieve something greater tomorrow? I just give you a very simple example, a simple but powerful. We breathe in and out, right? This is the natural brain, gives a signal to our lungs, the muscles, and we even without, because there are 2 types of muscles, right? The ones we activate and the ones that with the internal organs, they're functioning themselves. The pumping of the heart, that's the muscle that we can control. It's controlled by our nervous system, right? By the brain. So breathing is one of those. So we naturally breathe in, breathe out. We don't even notice this, right? But what if you can't breathe anymore? Why? Viral infection, COVID, pulmonary diseases, right? COPD, lung cancer, other types of diseases, illnesses, air pollution, whatever it is. What if you can't breathe anymore? You know what? Everything and everyone, you can screw everything and everyone because you can't breathe. And when you breathe, then that's all you need in life. Why do I say that? It's even in here in these cards. Why? Because I couldn't breathe. I almost died myself in 2019, in January 2019, overseas, when I caught a horrendous virus, which was literally before COVID. That's why I believe COVID was way before 2020 in Europe. I caught the virus in the airport in Europe in January 2019. And for the 4 weeks I had a holiday there, a vacation, I was hospitalized 3 times. was in bed for 4 weeks, and I couldn't sleep for 4 weeks because I couldn't breathe. And in January, while the heat has to be open, I had to open the windows because I couldn't breathe. In that cold air, I had to open the windows. So, and I had given oxygen, what have you, and that time there was no masks or stuff like that, because that consequences, because I couldn't breathe through my nose, I couldn't breathe through my lungs were cramping down, and my voice was gone. I couldn't even speak, I couldn't scream for help. So, and that went on and on for years, because that turned into a panic attack, a PTSD turned into a panic attack. So, and that affected my life for years, and that's how myself, I tried everything, and even the PTSD and the panic attack, I was able to overcome it recently. That's because my own scientist total health transformation protocol that I developed. Because you have the power even on your own body, your own brain. And it was so hard. Never in my entire life I had panic attacks. But the severe, that's why I have my videos, and I also my blog post about, and I will more to come about medical PTSD. Medical PTSD, meaning if there are so many people, for example, I had a patient or a cancer organization in his early 20s, we saved his life twice. He's still the second time cancer free. He's now 25, 26 something years old. And when he had this cancer in his teenager times, he had to undergo chemotherapy, but he was misdiagnosed in his country. He was misdiagnosed, so he got mistreatment. So for that cancer, you just operate. It's a low-grade cancer, but they diagnosed him, so the pathology came out wrong. The diagnosis came out wrong, so they graded him as a high grade cancer, like a 3rd grade cancer, so that they give him radiotherapy and chemotherapy, which was not even the treatment. It was just a simple surgery. And then since then, because that chemotherapy, he was only, I think, 12 years old or 15 years old, and he got this trauma of still thinking back on those times. And whatever you do, he gets irritated. He gets like whenever you, let's say when a physician comes closer or do a test on his body, he's just like, it's very hard to calm it down when you have this medical PTSD. For me, I couldn't breathe. I almost died, and every second that right now I'm here, I am forever grateful. I worked so hard to overcome this, so hard. But what can you do? What can you do? But now I know, after that COVID, whatever happened, because I experienced this, I took all measures, and I never caught COVID. Ever. Even for 2.5 years when I wasn't vaccinated and I was non-stop going to the hospital. During the COVID time, I had a severe accident. I got surgeries. was 4 days in the emergency. I had also patients that I go through with them for cancer patients. Like, I was non-stop in hospitals. I was hospital myself, surgery, whatever. And therapy, for like physical therapy for 1 year, 3 times a week. I mean, I still didn't caught COVID, despite I wasn't even vaccinated yet. So, and that's why I'm saying that gratitude is the key in life to succeed, to live the best life you can, to be happy that you even alive, right? And you watch the crime videos, you are happy that you don't run into a crazy event that change your life forever, right? And so be grateful that every single day that you are sitting on your couch, have your coffee, take a warm shower, right? Go groceries, meet friends, and watch YouTube videos. Be forever grateful. Be forever grateful. So, having said all of that, the gratitude affirmation, again, from my own life, my own words, it says, number 3, I am grateful. It says, meaning, my words, right? I am grateful that I have a loving, caring family. Our hearts are full with love, with the exchange of love and care. I am loved. And love, didn't I say in the beginning? This week, love is the focus. The love will be activated this week after last 2 weeks of nothing. This week, the love is 1,000,000 times. I'm seeing this here. And now in the gratitude, love is exponentially growing this week. Not actually in the love life, but love in general. Then number 24. These two both came out though. This means that we have to be be grateful this week. I am immensely grateful for the high quality education I received. Guys, I cannot make this stuff up. In the beginning, I talked a lot about this. You have to watch the beginning. I am grateful for my good teachers. I am knowledgeable. Good teachers, I'm knowledgeable. The teacher, Confucius, right? I am wise. Guys, I cannot make this stuff up. This is how our Sunday lives are going. This is just, I love it so much. And honestly, I don't understand. I don't know what else to do to people understand the value of this, rather than such a stark difference between Friday's video of analyzing a crime, whatever event, versus when you ask people to, hey, be empowered, and I show you the tips and tricks to be empowered, like, nah, I rather watch with popcorn the crime videos. This is the consequences of the Truman Show, living in a Truman Show in real life. Everything is fake. I want you to understand that. Everything is fake. Now my question to you is, will you be the fake person living your life in this fake world? Or will you be that strong and live the life that you want, that you came to earth to live, through your power, your character, your individuality, your dreams, wishes, and goals, not dictated by other people? With that, let me know in the comments. Give me the answer of this question. So with that being said, I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here. I love you, whoever is here. I appreciate you watching me. I appreciate your like. Thank you so much. I hope this was valuable. Let me know in the comments. Give me your feedback. Subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you will be one of those who actually care about living the best life, achieving the best everything possible in this life. Thank you so much. Have a great week. Bye-bye.